And I'm going to show you how to use an Amika pump and how to set it up so that you, as a caregiver, can help each other. Now, before I do that, I actually am going to cover my face. I've washed my hands, and if you're not sure about hygiene at all, you sing the happy birthday song and wash your hands really well with soap and water. And I actually put on gloves to protect myself and my patient or my loved one. So there is a way you can blow into it and you can put the gloves on. But I washed my hands, they are a little bit wet, and I want to make sure that I'm using proper hygiene. So what I'm using with this Amika is a fairly new machine. It's from Germany, and there is German videos, but it's very hard to understand because the subtitles don't make sense. So until I get going, I'm just cutting the bag. Now, with the old kangaroo bags, it was two bags. It was a water one for the feed and the feed one. This one is just one. So one of the things that you really want to do as a caregiver is you want to have yourself really organized. I like sterile water, and I have my sterile water that's ready, and I'm going to get that. And I'm going to fill it first. And the reason I'm filling the water first is because this new Amika bag, which you can see, if you're short like I am and you start to pull it into the IV pool, then what happens is all the fluid just dumps out quickly. So we don't want to be doing that. So we want to have the readiness first. And I like to have it down here. So here is my sterile water. And I'm actually, because it's the summer months and my loved one is actually having needing more water and he's stuffing by mouth, I'm actually filling the bag up higher than normal. So I have right now, it's supposed to be with 400 ml. Right now I have it at 600 ml. And he's using Resource 2.0. And make sure you shake it well. And then you add it into the bag. Now, usually I would do it in the bathroom, but I just don't want to share in the bathroom. So I'm going to pour it in here, and I'm holding the bag up, just so you know, so that everything's not coming down, because what happens is there's no shut off, and all of a sudden the water will, and the fluid and from the feed will pour out. So I'm going to do this quickly, and I usually do 5 Resource 2.0s, and that's 237 mLs each. So you can do the math times 3. Now, sorry, times 5. I've actually pre-programmed the machine, and just so you know, if you think that you can turn it off at a certain time, the machine doesn't turn off at a certain time. So based on how much feed you have, how much fluid you have, the machine will turn off when it feels like it. We have it so it's 110 ml altogether, and every time you get to the machine, you have to refill it. So what I'm going to do for now, so you don't have to see me filling up everything, I'm going to get this ready. And I don't know if you can see it. Here is the bag. In the machine, you open this up. There is this little clip that actually looks like a hair clip. I don't know the name of it, so I'm not going to have the real name, but it looks like a hair clip. You fit it in, backside should be flat in the machine, and there's a little hole at the top, there's a hole in the middle, and you pull it down. Now, all of a sudden, you can see that my bag has started to fill up. So you make sure that you have some sort of place for the drippings, because it drips on its own. There's no way to stop it. Now I filled it up. I'm getting it ready. Make sure it's closed properly and everything is in there tight. And when you put the little clip in, it should make a clicking noise. And this is now clipped in properly. By the way, one of the things that you really need to do is you need to be prepared. Paper towel is going to be one of your friends. Garbage bags, big ones. And I like to use these. I also use these little, I call them the urine containers, but the urine containers because I put flush in here and I use a Sharpie so that I know exactly what it is. So I have my morning meds, my lunchtime meds, my evening meds, and my bedtime meds. And he's not having anything by mouth, so that this is the only ones he's having. Now, when you go to turn it on, by the way, you have to make sure it's plugged in during the day when you're not using it, because it's very hard to unplug this plug as a patient. When they have to get up in the middle of the night, it's very difficult. It's hard to plug it back in. You need two hands, and it is one of the areas that's for worry for you. So it should last during the night, depending on the time of feed. But when you're not using it, plug it in so it's ready to go. Up at the top, there is something that says alarms, lock. I never lock it unless you have kids. I don't lock it because if I don't have the code, it's hard to get into it. So I don't do that. Menu button. But the one that we want right now is the one at the top here. You can see the green light is here. And right here it says on off. And it makes the do re mi noise. You can hear do re mi. And when I see this, whatever the time left is will show up. That's not what I want. So I go to menu. It will show what the time is. And I'll go over here. If I want to do an automatic flush, I'll press this button with the 3 dots on it. But right now I want to make sure that I actually have the right time set up. So I'm going to go like this, press OK, go in here, menu, menu. Now, right now you can see, I don't know if you can see that, it has the minus sign, and it looks like a forward slash, and it has an M, and it has on the bottom, it has the moon. That's perfect. That's exactly what I want. Then the next one has, again, the minus sign, and then it has like the M, and then has V and no V. The V is the volume. So I go to this one, I press OK, and the reason for this is now it'll make noise as I'm doing it, but that's not important. The important part is I want to see that the time is right. So right now it says 110 ml per hour, and this may not be correct, just so you know. But I go in here and I do menu again, I go to OK again, and then I switch it back, and my preset time will show up as 14 hours, 25 minutes. So I have it set up correctly. The machine, this Amika machine, is not user-friendly. It won't just remember that you reset it. It has to be reset every day. Otherwise, whatever's left in time will be here. If you want it to go off at a certain time, or you need it to be running at a certain time, for example, like you want it to go early, there is no way unless you change the mLs per day, per hour. The best way to do it is less fluid and readjust it that way. So I have it down to a science so that's not going off. It says 14 hours and 25 minutes, but if I attach this right now, it's not really 14 hours and 25 minutes. What I have to do is I have to adjust the amount of feed that's in the bag, and I have to just keep it the same way as usual. So less water, less feed, we'll finish it earlier. Before you go to bed, you can actually see how much is left. Now, if I were to plug this in, before I plug it in or put it into my loved one's tube, I actually have to put in pause. There is no pause button, so you use the red stop button, and it won't make a noise now. But it will make a noise if you haven't done anything in a few minutes. Again, see how much fluid has come out? It doesn't have a stop start. There is a button here that's for flushing, but this won't work. I've tried it so many times. This won't work. This is if you want to manually flush. I find the best way is to let the bag just go finish and then reuse a new one. But to flush it, I put it in the shower and I flush the bag through it, turn it upside down, shake it around, and the cleaning it's something that's a work in progress. That's it for now. Now you know how to use the machine to start it, and after you're finished, hear the noise? It's telling me it's time to go. When you're ready, there is a little clamp on his stoma, You have to close it off. You press stop. It pauses it, flush them, and then unattach them. So hopefully this helps. I'm here to help you every step of the way. It's tovagaisin@gmail.com. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. Thanks. Bye.